Peace and blessings, everybody. Welcome to episode 16 of Chazzwins. Episode 16, y'all. We're doing it. We're going forward every week. It's been 16 straight weeks. Well, actually, we took a break for 1 week and we did a rerun, but so much has been happening, and I'm always so grateful that you guys tuned in to Chazzwins right here on Grind City TV Network Roku, because it just lets me know that you're paying attention and it makes me feel appreciated. So in turn, I just continue to try to be dope as I can be, and just thank you guys for tuning in. So with that, we're going to jump right into the show this week. I had so much going on. I had a wonderful weekend. I'll start the show by remembering our brother, dearly departed, Brother Paul Mooney had passed away. And if you don't know who Paul Mooney is, do yourself a favor, Google him, do some research. One of the OGs of comedy, up there with the great ones, was truly underrated in my opinion, but has been around for a long time. He just passed last week due to a heart attack, and he was up there in his 70s, but still, that's fairly young for today's standards of healthcare. So he will be sorely missed. He was definitely a legend, an innovator. Paul Mooney was one of those people that I try to slightly mimic a little bit, and that I mean, like, he was political, but conscious, but also funny. It's so hard to do that because you do one or the other, and that's what people want you to be funny. They don't want you to be political. A lot of people have tried it, and it doesn't work for everybody. So it's like a tightrope that you got to walk with. I just look back and tell myself, and it's scary. But yeah, he did it. Not too many people can do it very well. But he will be missed, and prayers going out to his family, and we wish them well. So, but that's how it is, man. Life, this brother he had longevity. He had been around for a long time and doing things, and it's neat to go back and watch him. Dave Chappelle put him on, and he was a big part of the show. So check out if you want. You like Dave Chappelle like I do. You can see the influence with Paul Mooney in there. And again, it's an art to be able to create comedy and also have it mimic life and still be entertaining. So again, I hope I attempt to do that. I don't know how successful I am, but I put my own spin on it and make it mine. So thank you for that. And again, welcome to episode 16. Man, I had posted on my IG. I told y'all to go ahead and, I want to get some shout outs to let people know I appreciate you for watching and try to help you out, put you on a little bit. And I had put the call out for people to come on and drop your Instagram handle. So yeah, I just, I always want to give shouts out to people out there who support me. I always want to let somebody get the opportunity to come on and be a part of the show if you want to. If you want to do that, you can email me at chazzwins38@gmail.com. CHAZZWINS3@gmail.com. So real quick, I put out this post about people who just drop your Instagram and let me know who you are, and I wanted to give you a shout out. So shout out to my faithful people who are always holding me down. As always, Samuel Covers II. His Instagram is at CCISBGLOBAL. CCIS Be Global. I love that, Sam. And Annie Ma is at Princess_Annie Ma. Also, what do we got here? Who else we got here? Because y'all just did this thing, man. Jumping on here, and I don't want to leave nobody out because, again, I appreciate you guys dropping your tags, and I want to get you the recognition that you deserve. So, my man, holding it down, DJ Assassin from back in high school, Dave Collins, DJ Assassin. It is at DJ Assassin PGH. This other brother here, I just met him. We did a show last week, and it was the Grind City Bridge the Gap open mic, and I met this young man who was so dope. Doc Proto. I corrected myself this time. Doc Proto. Yes, sir. At Doc Proto, DOCPROTO, and thank you guys for watching the show. Thank you guys for always responding to my posts. That's so dope, and that's what I'm all about. Putting people on that put me on. There's so many more of you that are always responding. So just a little, spreading the love, y'all. Spread the love. So I'll be right back. You know, sometimes Batman needs a little me time. And, you know, if I'm not in the bathroom trying to escape from all the stress, sometimes I like to get out of the Batcave and I jump in the Batmobile and I just put on Prince. You know, I relate to Prince. He's really deep. You know, we were good friends. He did a track for me, and I just put on Diamonds and Pearls. This is my song. It always gets me. Just, you know, just lightens me up. And, you know, like I said, I put the Batmobile on cruise, and I just hit the highways out in these streets. So, you know, this is what Batman does on his downtime when I'm not fighting crime and just driving around. This is the stuff right here. Alexa, stop. So that's how we like to do it around here on Chazzwins and Grind City Network Roku. Man, we just like to put people on, help people shine, because you guys are always helping me to shine. But with that being said, wow, what a weekend. What a weekend it's been. We had a wonderful weekend last weekend, and my grandsons came over. We had a ball. And you know what I discovered? What they helped me remember, it's funny that kids, you know, my youngest son is 8 and my grandsons are like right behind him. So they're growing up like I did when you have, like when your parents have a big gap in age when they have kids. So that's me. So, you know, my grandsons are close to the age to my youngest son, but it's all good. They're growing up like brothers together. So they're my boys, but we were hanging out doing stuff with Pop this weekend, hanging out, going to car shows and playing in the dirt, you know. And my son, like, here's the thing. Like, my son is very smart. My grandsons are too. They're all very intelligent. You know, these kids, they are just on a different level. And the way they are able to, like, use common sense today with stuff that, you know, when we were 6, 8 years old, y'all, we didn't do all this stuff that they're doing. Their minds are just, like, on a different level. And it's scary sometimes. It scares me because half the time, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. And I got to be low-key, be like Google, how do you... such and such, you know, because I got to seem like I know everything, because that's what we do as dads, you know what I mean? And thank God for the internet helped me out, because they be using words like for instance, you know, my son is talking about what he wants to do when he wants to grow up. And I was like, hold on, son, just enjoy your life. Enjoy it. Enjoy being little, you know, younger, no responsibilities. You know what I mean? I let him know it's great to have a think about the future, but don't rush it, son. Take your time. Because once you start paying bills and you start having relationships and stuff like that, it takes the fun out of life. At time, I ain't saying relationships take the fun out of life. They can be challenging, but then you got to learn how to have the right tools to have that relationship, to have it be successful. You know, like everything else in life, you gotta learn to nurture, love, and put that compassion in what you're doing to have a fruitful result that at the end of the day, it's going to be meaningful. Yep. Took me 50-something years to learn that. But what I'm saying is you got to take your time. Like, being a kid, all you do is play. Play, have fun, and if you're little boys in particular, you know, I watched my grandsons and they was out there playing and just having fun in the dirt, and then all of a sudden they start punching each other in the nuts. I don't know why that's a thing, but they think it is funny. And these are the topics that little boys just you know, talking about nuts all the time. I'm like, y'all, what y'all? You're 8, you're 6. I mean, you know what's there. It's not a bad thing, but they just incorporate it into their lexicon of what they're doing, and it just cracks me up. Like, when you're young, there's 3 things that matter, especially boys. I don't know, girls are different because y'all just seem to be born with knowing what to do and know what to say, and y'all just perfect. So I thank God I had, you know, 3 beautiful girls, and I ain't got to worry about them. It's the boys. It's the boys. Well, I'm telling you. Like, stuff that's important to them, like 3 things, not necessarily in this order, but they talk about juice, they talk about poop, and the other thing, it varies. Sometimes it's a toss-up between, like, just stuff in the bathroom, but boys are just gross, and I guess that's where it starts, but we just, I don't know, listening to them will have me like, oh, and the other thing is they want to eat, you know what I mean? Just eating all the time. And I guess that's the same when we grow up too. kind of the same subject. But so my kids are out there doing their thing, and I try to trick my kids by buying the generic cereals and stuff, and they know the difference. I swear they can see the boxes and they be like, "Oh, you trying to rip us off, Papa?" No, I'm trying to save some money. Y'all expensive. And then I realized if you stay a kid as long as you can, you won't have to worry about paying top dollar for stuff like gas and cereal. All that sugar shit. It's all sugar anyway. It don't matter whose picture's on the box or what name's on the box. It's all sugar. Like, for instance, fruit Cocoa Pebbles, you know what I mean? You won't be eating Cocoa Pebbles when you have a few kids. It's going to be chocolate yum-yums or something. Some generic off-brand that you try to get away with. And I'll be honest with you, I can't eat none of it anyway because of the sugar. I got diabetes, and the diabetes I can't eat all that stuff anyhow. So I keep telling them, y'all don't need that. Get you a bowl of Quaker Oats. That's all you need. I'm serious about them Quaker Oats, man. That's what my grandmother used to feed us. Or the good old-fashioned Kellogg's. Remember them Kellogg's boxes of cereal that used to be like a little cardboard box, the mini boxes, and you used to take your little butter knife and they had the little serrated things that you cut it up. It had a little plastic in there. You poured your milk and you ate your cereal out of a little cardboard box with a plastic bag in it. That's what I'm talking about right there. Bring that back. Nah, not today. These kids, they won't know. My kids would have a fit if they had to eat some cereal like that, like we did. You know what I mean? No, we buy 15 boxes of brand cereal. They all got to be open at the same time. That was another thing. I don't know about y'all, but we was, if you open one box of cereal, you had to finish that box of cereal before you open up anything else, man. And then that's like orange juice. You get like a shot of orange juice. I don't know why orange juice got that high on the list of things we got to conserve. I can see electricity, water, or something else. But orange juice, it's juice, y'all. Juice. Which brings me to my other point. No matter what's going on with my grandsons, if something is wrong, juice will fix everything. A juice and a Band-Aid. Like I watched the boy skating the skateboard. He fell off and then he got up and started crying. Oh, okay, you know what they do. Come here, boy, let me see that. Wipe it off, a little spit on it. He's like, I need the Band-Aid, Pop. I'm like, all right. So we go on upstairs and get in the cupboard, wash it off, wash the little scrape off, slap a Band-Aid on it, and he's looking at me. Now I need some juice. All right. At this point, you love your kids. You want them to be straight. So you get them a Band-Aid and get them the juice. And then it seems like they go outside and start playing, but the rest of the day seems like they're always scheming about how to get more juice, like all day long. It's juice. And I get it. I know it's sugar, and I know it don't matter what it is. They want juice. It's funny, though. I find myself, like, doing my most reflecting in the bathroom of all places. So I guess my kids are on to something like that when they talk about, poop and everything. And it's just, but I find myself, when I'm in the bathroom, it's like not only my safe place, because I shut the door, you ain't got to hear nobody turn the fan on, and you just read whatever. You used to read magazines, whatever, it's your phone, whatever. But not me. I just be in there thinking, like my mind, something about being close to the water. I'm free to, think about my thoughts. And I have these revelations in the bathroom. So I find myself, that is where I'm most creative, y'all. Don't judge me. Some of y'all watching this, y'all know you got to the same thing. But if anything around water, like all the water in the bathtub, run the water in the sink, it's relaxing. And I just be coming out of the bathroom with like these theories, I'll come up with all these crazy ideas. I could do this over here, and I could do that tomorrow. Go out here and cut I'll be strategizing my whole week. Like, I'm going to cut the grass. After that, I'm going to go out and, I'm going to go ahead and water the dog and wash, whatever. You just do that. And I find myself coming up with these ideas, and I think it stems my creativity for some reason. I don't know, but that's my safe place, y'all. Just going to the bathroom, like, we get into an argument, like, I'm done with all this. Go in the bathroom. Leave me alone. I can nail it, and I'm not a preparer, man. I've been a procrastinator my whole life, and I think I know why. I get these great ideas at the last minute before I do anything. And there ain't nothing wrong being ready for life. The way you should. They tell us be prepared. I was in the military. I know how that works. But I'm like, let's just hold off for a minute. Like getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning to do some damn exercise. I'm like, let's just hold off on that for a minute. Now, here we are. We in the Army, and we try to be fit and run and do push-ups and all, lift weights and stuff. But 5:30 in the morning, brother, I mean, y'all get mad when we get hurt and stuff, and you want us to be our best that we can be. Well, honestly, I felt like I could be all that I could be and at my best if you come back to me like around 11:30, 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Let me start my day there. But that really ain't how it worked. But I mean, I tried because, again, I'm a last minute kind of guy. When you try to do everything ahead of time, it causes stress and pressure. And then you be all, just walking around being frustrated all the time. So at this point, especially now that I'm over 50, man, I'm just letting stuff slide. Like, I don't worry about all that. I really don't. I've learned to keep my inner peace. You know what I do? I go in the bathroom, shut the door, leave me alone. I'm not worried about tomorrow's problems today. Tomorrow will take care of itself. And if it doesn't, somebody else will. I don't know. But it ain't going to be me. You ain't going to worry me today. And that's just one of the life lessons, the beauty of getting older. You're just like, oh, all right, I'm just enjoying my cup of coffee, whatever it is. I'm eating my salads. It's like I said, when you're younger, you ain't got no worries. When I was 18, I was in the military, had my own house and moved out and started life early and stuff. And, the refrigerator before you start having kids, the fridge only had like some leftover somebody's pizza. You might have 3 eggs in there, half a gallon of milk that was probably spoiled, and a Stroh's 30 pack. You had some little old bread on the countertop, but that was life when you're in your early 20s and you're 18. That was life. You know what I'm saying? You don't need nothing else. That's all. You had $15 in your name. That was good for $5 in gas to get you through the week. You had some money to go hang out at the little clubs and stuff, because they had all kind of views to go to Dollar Drink Night down at Chauncey's, Thirsty Thursdays, man, $5 you was tore up, and it was all bottom shelf liquor, but we figured that out, just get, draft beers and stuff, and we used to get our drink on. But you get a little older, you start taking on more responsibilities, you get married, you buy houses, you get cars and insurance and all that crap that just weighs you down, and you start losing your mind, your hair starts coming out. Next thing you know, you got diabetes, you can't eat this, you can't have sugar, you can't do that. Now my 30 pack has been reduced down to like 2 6-packs in the fridge, because I got other stuff in there, stuff you never used to eat before, like vegetables, Brussels sprouts and cauliflower, and you got the low sodium bacon and meat. What the hell's low sodium bacon? That's like saying it's low pork. Come on now, it's all that stuff, because you're hoping to get a good woman shopping for you and keeping all your, your food groups together, keeping you healthy, the fiber. I ain't never heard of fiber so much in my life. What's so important about fiber when you get older? Just fiber this, high in fiber, this, that, and fiber, vitamin D. Now the refrigerator ain't got nothing in it but like 2 cans of beer. They got like a whole gallon of juice for the kids because they always got to have the juice. They can have the juice, but I can't. I got my 2 cans of beer, the light beer on top of that. All these vegetables, and no pork, low sodium, this, that, and the other. Got some, you know what? Just put some broth. Just put some daggone chicken broth in the refrigerator and a glass of water. Because that's what it's coming down to. I can't even enjoy living anymore. I got to eat these special diets and worried about, I told you I had a colossal, what you call that thing, the tube and all that stuff last month, checking on everything on the insides, and it's too much. It's too much. Getting older is tragic. It could be entertaining at times, and I find myself like I be talking to myself now, walking around the house, having whole conversations with just me, and I don't care if nobody hears me or not, but I'm making sense to me. And I'm working stuff out loud. So I'll be walking around the house just muttering and just saying stuff. And then nobody, what'd you say? Nothing. I'm talking to myself over here, working out. That's why I couldn't stay focused in the college. And I was okay in math. I could do your, 2 plus 2 and all that. I was good with that. But then it came out with the algebra and all this stuff, the geometry. And I was like, I used to like to draw. I thought I might be an architect. When it came down to like geometry and the hypotenuse and Pythagorean theories and stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is just too much. Give me a headache. I don't need to know all this. If you building buildings, you should know what a proper right angle is and all that stuff. But I was just like, man, geometry is like, that's where that Common Core math came from. Common Core math was invented by somebody sitting around with too much time on their hands, and now these kids can't think, they can't multiply, divide, they just got to do everything extra just to get to the answer to figure out if I give you $1 and if you give 50 cents to Susie, how much money do you have? And no, they got some kind of pie chart. You divide that up and you wait for 45 minutes before you can go swimming, and all that's too much with Common Core math. It's just like, if you're from the streets, give me a lesson from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, for instance, here's something I could get down with. I'm like, so if Rufus the pimp has has 3 hoes, and he's on the corner on a Friday night, and they make $2,000 a piece. How much money does Rufus have after he takes the deductions from his initial investment minus the amount of money he brought in? You know what I'm saying? And the answer is simple. If you said all of it, because that's right, because a good pimp was going to get all that money. So I can understand, I can pass math like that, but the rest of it, hoes ain't getting no money. You know what I mean? I know it's a terrible subject, y'all, but you can relate, right? You can relate to what I'm saying? Exactly. Just make it simple. Stop making life so difficult with all these things, with these kids, and everything is complicated. My son keeps asking, what kind of cartoons did you play? What games did you play when you was a kid? We just had pinball, stickball, and then eventually they came out with the Atari, with the Pong game, where you smack the ball back and forth on the screen. And oh my God, when Miss Pac-Man came out, oh, that was mind blown, y'all. Just rocking around like that, eating up the dots and the fruit. And now they got stuff to games talk. They talking to each other while they're playing Call of Duty and what's that other one, Fortnite, and dancing on TV. They can see what they're doing. It's too much. I get it. It's technology, and I ain't trying to be that old dude who just be like, oh, I mean, I like the stuff, and I try to keep up with it. But the older I get, it's hard for me to remember what I put my cup of coffee every day. You know what I'm saying? I will leave a cup of coffee and I'll fix it, go in the bathroom. I'll leave my cup of coffee and I'll spend the next 45 minutes walking around the house trying to figure out where's my coffee at? I do it every day until I got to go to the bathroom again. Then I go, oh, there's my coffee. I found it. By now, I got to reheat it. So real problems like that, y'all. Don't get me started on the price of gas. I never understood why old folks was down my price of gas, price of milk, all that. Because you know what? It cuts into your money for your medications. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. So it's like, I buy food, buy this, buy medicine. Man, I got like 18 different pills I take before noon. And so that stuff costs money. So all this to say, listen, when you're young, enjoy it. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Make the most of it. Pay attention in school. Don't be drifting off to sleep like I was, staring out the window, just snoring and getting slapped upside the head by the teacher. That was me. The ADD was kicking in, y'all, and it was a struggle. So I hope there's a lesson there somewhere. If some of y'all young people watching this, how to get ahead. If you really want to be, okay, at this point in your life, sit back and live in large and pay attention to school. Listen to the teacher and listen to your parents. And by God, whatever you can do, by all means, stay at home as long as you can. Use up their electricity. Use up their water. I'm telling you, that's the trick to it all. Shoot, I thought I was grown, doing something, moving out my own. I get my own place, do what I want to do, pay my own bills. Shit. All right, y'all, we'll be back in a few. Yeah! Oh, oh. If you do want to find some good entertainment, we got on Grind City Theater, there's some shows coming up. There's some shows on there right now on Grind City Theater. And the show that I've been working on, had the pleasure of working with the Jazz Beat Events crew. Show called Who Made the Beef Stew is coming up real soon, I believe in May. I believe May 1st. We'll check on that. But it'll start playing here on the Grind City Network, on the Grind City Theater. And it's a murder mystery. You know, one talented Mrs. Stacey Allen is putting her creative thinking on paper again, and local artists and local entertainers, actors and actresses are out involved in it, and it's pretty dope, y'all. So I had a wonderful pleasure being part of that. So check that out on Grind City Theater. So we do have various genres of entertainment for you. You know, we all in the theater at some point, and we are expanding. So it ain't all just foolishness and videos and whatnot. We have some serious entertainment lined up for you all. So you got to stay tuned. You got to keep coming back to Grind City TV. You got to keep telling your peoples to subscribe. And you might be tired of hearing me say this, but you know what? We got to become a household name so we can stay in the game. You know, that only happens if y'all put us on. So put us on. And again, speaking about being put on, anybody want to, you know, come check out the Chazzwins show. I'll showcase something that you want to talk about, get a message out. But you can only do that if you email me at chazzwins38@gmail.com. Just get at me, you know, send me a text, 412-628-0344. Let's chop it up, let's figure something out, and then let's get together and collaborate, because that's what it's all about. As always, I'm grateful to be here, to have this opportunity to come at you and come into your homes or wherever you're streaming at. You know, I see like a lot of y'all, we get to just, you know, the schematics or whatever you call that stuff. A lot of y'all watching your phones at work, you know what I mean, whether you're work driving, hope you ain't driving, riding in the car or something. So shout out to the people who keep on checking us out. I mean, not just my show though, because there's a lot on here. Really, so check them out, do that, and continue to watch. Subscribe to us when you can. I promise I'll stop talking about it as soon as we get to where we need to be. But until that happens, you guys have just been so dope with the sharing of the information. That's what it's all about. Sharing is caring, y'all. Got to share the info, let everybody know. I'm on a roll today, y'all. It's just some good Arabica bean coffee right here. But that's how we do it. Thanks again so much. I'm ever so humble and ever so grateful to be a part of your life, even if it's just for a little bit. I hope I made your day a little bit better. If you want me to talk about anything, please get at me. Let me know. All right, y'all. Peace out. See you soon.